got that sledgehammer, bad intentions on the... Oh! Like he's nailing a freaking railroad spike in. Panic with that sledgehammer to the top of Marcus's head, and now just taunting Mark. Is that a fork? Where did Panic stabbing Marcus in the head with a fork? Where did he get that? Did he pull that fork out of his How's he been wrestling with a fork? I'm just confused now. I'm honestly just confused now.
Let's get good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GFW Pulse. This week we have a stacked card for you. We have 3 different matchups, as well as a huge announcement at the end of the show that I cannot wait for you guys to hear. We are going to switch over to the ring right now, where I believe I hear X's entry kicking off. And we know that music, folks. This can only be Xavier Shamrock of House of Wolves. And it looks like X is out here to address the fact that Victor Wolf, who he's been feuding with back and forth, defeated him last week on Mayhem. And I'm not usually in agreement with X, but I would say the countout is kind of a shortcut. Definitely a shortcut. Oh, but it looks like Victor Wolf not willing to sit him back and just accept what X has to say about him either. Victor out here ready to address X's complaints. I mean, you can't disagree with Victor here. X does always have another excuse. Oh, and it looks like a challenge is to be made here tonight. And X is accepting, I think. Victor with some very harsh words for X there. No DQs, no countouts, only we are gonna have a submission match tonight here on Pulse, folks. And that isn't appropriate for television. X, please control yourself. and Victor here not willing to just take and letting X know exactly what he thinks of X's alpha wolf nature. And here we go, folks. It looks like we're underway. X versus Victor Wolf here in a submission-only match. Victor Wolf with that big clubbing blow to the spine of X, and now whipping X off the ropes. Huge chop to lay X out, followed by a fist drop. Victor Wolf firmly in control so far, but X landing a nice elbow and a body slam to try to regain some of that momentum. Leg kick by X, but Victor Wolf countering a side headlock with that big back body drop. Or rather, backdrop. That's not a back body drop. Side headlock takeover by X. Doesn't get to work it for very long, though, before Victor manages to escape, and then a big clubbing blow again to... Oh, test of strength here. Victor Wolf seeming to overpower X, gets that nice drop toe hold before kicking X directly in the lower back. And a big body slam to set up another one of those beautiful fist drops from Victor Wolf. Those fist drops are picture perfect, guys. And now X being whipped into the corner, but wait, taking advantage of the positioning, showing his ring generalship. X tosses Victor out of the ring, and of course, immediately goes for a chair. There's a reason why X required this match be no disqualification, obviously. Victor Wolf working X on the outside, though, but X landing a couple of big, solid, short elbows here. Victor Wolf managing to get that nice snap suplex, though, to put X on the ground. Oh, but X working a vicious series of elbows and then missing with some sort of kick, it looked like. And now Victor Wolf throwing a jab and following up with a series of European uppercuts here. Oh, and another fist drop on X. But what is X gonna do here? Catches a body slam to try to slow Victor down, grabs a kendo stick, but will he get to use it? It doesn't look like it. Series of elbows, big drop salt on the outside, but I think X landed on that kendo stick there. Not the best landing. Oh, and the series of European uppercuts dropping X on top of that kendo stick. And now Victor Wolf working X over on the ground. Fist drop, leg kick, fist drop combination. X whipping Victor Wolf into the barricade though on the other end of the arena. And what's he got in mind here? Side headlock takeover, just gonna work Victor on the ground here for a moment, and now X has had enough of the outside. He's gonna get back in the ring. Guess he wasn't getting the advantage that he expected out there. Victor Wolf countering the Irish whip, and what's he got in mind here? Leapfrogs over X and a huge shoulder block to put X down center of the ring, dropping that fist one more time. Victor Wolf greatly in control of this, or was in control of this match. A huge Frankensteiner from X leading into a stomach stomp, and now X punching, Victor punching. An exchange of blows here between X and Victor. Who will come out on top? X looking strong, but no, Victor with that final European uppercut remains the stronger, and a huge mounted punch. There's nothing that Game Goon can do about this. This is as legal as a headlock in this matchup. Oh, and Victor just chopping X. That's, ow. You can hear that. Can you guys hear that? I can feel those chops. My chest just hurts watching it. And another great fist drop from Victor Wolf. Dragging Victor Wolf to the center of the ring is X. What does he have in mind here? Looks like a rear neck breaker. Could do some definite damage to that neck region. X potentially setting up for that execution. Oh, and a big running kick to the face with another kick to the back. Once again in that neck region. You have to believe that, oh gosh. And this is one of the reasons why X wanted this to be no DQ. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some maneuvers that we don't allow here in GFW, not because they're not okay as much as we want our performers and our athletes to be able to be out here in front of you every week. We don't want them to use techniques that are potentially going to end the careers of their opponents, but that mounted elbow that X was using is one of those techniques, and that's partially why he asked for this no DQ match, I would bet. Oh, and a big brain buster from X. Both men down in the ring here. And you have to wonder if, Frankensteiner, you have to wonder if this is X's chance. X has lost every encounter against Victor Wolf up to this point, and if you're in the head of X, you have to be telling yourself, maybe you just don't have it here. Maybe this is it. But Victor Wolf has been an excellent performer in every one of their matchups, and just again with those chops, it hurts to breathe when I see that, guys. And Victor Wolf cracking his knuckles, absolutely no reservations here about beating X down. Huge backbreaker there. I have to admit, my money's on Victor Wolf here. And a nice abdominal stretch from Victor Wolf, just cranking on the body of X here. Perhaps X gonna regret asking for this submission matchup, considering that Victor Wolf uses 2 submission signatures and has a very good chance of winning this. Nice snap suplex from Victor Wolf. Maybe he would have been better off asking for a hardcore match that might have been a little up his alley. A little more up his alley and a little further from Victor's. But X with that counter kick there, trying to regain control of this matchup. Dragon screw from Victor Wolf, though, potentially setting up for that victorious deathlock. Victor Wolf in a very good position here. Oh, and again with these chops to the chest, you have to wonder if Victor's goal here is to drive all the oxygen out of X's lungs and set up for that victorious crossface. Oh, what's he got in mind here? Nice hooking clothesline. X trying to counter with an elbow. Doesn't get a scorpion deathlock here. Or I'm sorry, victorious deathlock here. Very good chance this could end the match. Does he have him here? No. X managing to break that hold to everyone's surprise. Uproot German suplex from X trying to get back in this matchup. And what is this? Ushigoroshi, more damage to that neck region. I gotta believe that X is building up for that execution. And now a drop kick to the face. Sliding drop kick. That'll definitely rearrange your dental structure a little bit. And Victor taking an opportunity here just to catch his breath. Whips X into the ropes, but X catches himself. And now X with this grounded side headlock just want to grind out damage to that neck. Like I said, this is smart on X's part. He seems to very much be working towards that execution finish here. Big backbreaker from Victor Wolf, who could be setting up for that victorious deathlock again. And oh my, a series of German suplexes delivered from Victor Wolf to X. But wait, X again with this grounded side headlock. He's gone back to this several times here, trying to keep his attack very focused on that neck. And now Victor Wolf lifting X off the mat. Oh, a huge elbow to the back of the head. You can't protect the blow you didn't see coming. And a drop kick to the back of X. But X throwing Victor off the ropes. What's he have in mind here? Huge Manhattan drop. Oh, and a complete shot from X. Throwing his arms up in the air. Victor Wolf up groggy. X with a sleeper drop there, just slamming the back of the neck on that mat. And what is this? Another sleeper drop from X, it looks like. just working that neck. If he doesn't use an execution soon, I'll be surprised. Nice drop toe hold from Victor Wolf, who takes a moment to straighten his tights. And then bam, another, oh, is it another series of German suplexes from Victor Wolf? This is insane. I don't even know how X got up from that. How is he still standing? Body slam from X leaves Victor Wolf down in the ring. X bouncing off the ropes. Another sliding drop kick to the face. Once again, rearranging the dental structure of Victor Wolf here. And now X and Victor exchanging strikes. And a punch. And a European uppercut. And now X saying, forget this. Huge rounding head kick there. And X with a modified Texas Cloverleaf. This could be it right here. Game Goon checking on Victor. I won't be surprised if this ends the matchup. But no, Victor managing to break out of that hold, and X with another complete shot out of nowhere, throws up the X symbol. Could this be, oh, it looks like an execution. We have an execute, oh, and that's it. That is it. Victor Wolf is, I think he just went unconscious. I think Victor Wolf was just choked out completely by X there. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next matchup of the evening, entering the ring at this time, is the Overlord, Marcus Moonchild. And now, entering the ring, his opponent for this evening in a no disqualification match, this is Panic. Gotta admit, I don't agree with Panic on everything, but I'm loving this one. This match, a long time in the making. These two men, both in the Pulse dojo, working together when they have to, but not getting along very well. Marcus has a tendency to refer to Panic as Panda, which, I mean, I can kind of see it, you know, looking at the face makeup. It's kind of there. Panic not taking that very lightly, though. Panic, a very aggressive, hardcore style wrestler, has no interest in being referred to as a fuzzy panda. Marcus whipping Panic into the corner here. Nothing for it, though. And now a test of strength, which Marcus gets the better of. Nice drop toe hold onto the chair before dropping an elbow on that ankle. Marcus, a very, very fast, aggressive style wrestler here. Nice dragon screw followed up by a spinning leg lock. Oh, another spinning leg lock. Just going to pair those up, I guess. And here we go, jackknife cover. Doesn't even get a count. Marcus being thorough and quick, though, with that cover. I'd have gone for it. And now the two men exchanging blows here, but it looks like Panic is ready to slow things down. Puts Marcus on the ground, and now Panic has a chair. This is where Panic oh, right to the back of the head with that chair shot. But Marcus managing to get a dragon screw and disarm Panic for the moment. Unfortunately, I think when he hit that Panic, or that dragon screw on Panic, he actually landed on the oh, and a shooting star press from Marcus, but he ate the chair off of that. I don't think either man is going to be getting up here very quickly. Marcus with a beautiful shooting star. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Marcus countering that powerbomb with a Frankensteiner and covering Panic on top of that chair, and now Panic has a kendo stick, which he's using to work the ribs over of Marcus Moonchild. And now, what do we have going here? Marcus looks to be walking Panic down. Oh, and a cutter onto the kendo stick, which was dropped by Panic. And again with that shooting star press, but once again falling off onto that chair and unable to capitalize on it and cover. Marcus just taking all the risks here in an already risky match. Nice knuckle pat from Panic, lays Marcus out and decides better of the kendo stick, grabs a chair instead. Huge chair shot to the head of Marcus Moonchild, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any blood spill yet. Oh, and a big face lock to put Marcus down on the ground. And another shot from that chair, from behind, mind you. Once again, it's the shot again to the back of the head. It's always that shot that you can't see coming that does a lot of damage. That's the shot that ends your career. And honestly, Marcus has got to be a little more aware in the ring here. This is one of the reasons why, oh, Panic up top, big elbow into the gut of Marcus Moonchild here. That's one of the reasons why the coaches and I are not necessarily sure Marcus is ready to move up to the main roster yet. It's that ring awareness, and he does have a sight impairment. For those of you who don't know, what he's able to do in this ring considering that impairment is incredible. Oh, and a huge DDT from Marcus as we speak. Going for a cover here? Looks like, yeah, a nice shooting star press cover. 1, 2, didn't get him, thought he might. It's that ring awareness we're concerned about. Marcus does an excellent job for the sight impairment that he does have, but at the same time, that ring awareness here, we're seeing him take a lot of those chair shots to the back of the head, and that's dangerous. We're not quite sure that he's ready to move up to Mayhem yet. We are seeing a great performance from him here today, though, and once again, there's that ring awareness as Marcus rolls in and manages to land on the bat right there and hurt himself. Nice DDT from Panic onto Marcus on top of that sledgehammer, and now Panic with a sledgehammer, but Marcus with a beautiful solo butt kick combination there, and oh, Panic whipping him into the corner and following with that rough elbow. And now Panic's got a kendo stick to the back of the head again. Panic just staring down at Marcus, and again with that kendo stick to the spine, staring Marcus down one more time. Panic just sort of playing with Marcus at this point. Maybe not the best idea. Marcus Moonchild may have an impairment, but he is not somebody you should be sleeping on. 2 count there. Almost got him with that roll-up, did Marcus Moonchild. And now Marcus hitting another dragon screw here on Panic to put him on the mat. And a shooting star press. 1. Just gets the 1 count there. Panic is fine with it, willing to pick up that bat and go back to work on Marcus, but Marcus whipping Panic off the ropes. What's he have in mind here? Oh, and a huge flapjack, but I think that Marcus might have landed back first on that baseball bat. That's not going to do him any favors in this matchup. Panic with a front face lock and elbowing Marcus down, and oh, a huge diving headbutt to the back of Marcus's head, and now Panic with the cover. 1, 2, no, didn't get him, thought he might have him there. Marcus blocking that punch from Panic, and now whipped off the ropes with both men colliding in exhaustion, and Panic with another diving headbutt here, but he's too exhausted to cover. Game Goon forced to just watch as nobody is able to capitalize on that moment. But now Marcus Moonchild with the face lock, dropping Panic down on top of that sledgehammer, and another shooting star press. He got all of that one, absolutely destroying Panic. Big drop kick to the back of Panic's head there. Doesn't manage to capitalize on that shooting star press as much as I'd have liked to have seen, though. Panic with a choke slam onto that sledgehammer, but Marcus Moonchild picking the ankle. Panic eye rake to escape whatever Marcus had in mind, following it up with that headbutt, and now Panic checking his wrist tape before taunting a little bit for the crowd. And now big shot to the face with that kendo stick. I'm amazed that we haven't seen any blood so far. Panic with another shot to the ribs with that kendo stick, or not the ribs, I'm sorry, the spine. And now, once again, picking up the kendo stick and another shot to the spine. Panic just working over the back and the back of the head of Marcus Moonchild here. Big crossbody on the chair. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't get him there. So close, though. Game Goon shaking out his elbow, how close that one was. And a big choke slam from Panic to Marcus Moonchild on top of that weapon. And now, oh god, that chair shot was just brutal. Completely unprotected chair shots here from Panic to Marcus. This is why me and the coaches are concerned, guys. I absolutely love Marcus as a performer. I think he's an amazing athlete, but I definitely have a concern for his safety. Roll up here, doesn't get a count at all because they landed on the ropes, it seems. Panic, though, once again to the ribs with that chair, and this has just been brutal. Marcus Moonchild has been, absolutely decimated by these weapons in this matchup. Marcus, not a hardcore wrestler by any means. Nice low kick there from Marcus into a dragon screw that drops Panic's legs onto the chair, potentially adding a little bit of damage to them. Huge overhead kick from Marcus. That was gorgeous. And now an eye rake from Panic sets Marcus back a step. And another big punch from Panic lays Marcus out, and Panic has the chair. This is not a good sign for Marcus. Another shot to the back of Marcus's head. My lord, if Panic just goes for a big cover here, I think he's probably got this. Solo butt from Marcus, though. And now a low blow counter from Panic. Panic got that sledgehammer, bad intentions on the, like he's nailing a freaking railroad spike in. Panic with that sledgehammer to the top of Marcus's head, and now just taunting Mark. Is that a fork? Where did Panic stabbing Marcus in the head with a fork? Where did he get that? Did he pull that fork out of his how's he been wrestling with a fork? I'm just confused now. I'm honestly just confused now. Getting ready to light Marcus up with that chair is Panic. Panic with that chair shot to the back of Marcus's head. And Marcus with a roll-up here on the chair. 1, 2. Doesn't get it. I thought he had him there, potentially. That was really close, and that roll-up landed perfectly flush on that chair. And now Marcus and Panic exchanging blows as the chair just gets caught between them. Panic taunting, and a big headbutt here. Absolutely letting Marcus have it. And once again, just staring down at Marcus. Panic, a very, very troubled individual. And an ankle pick there from Marcus. Marcus rolling through with this beautiful half crab. Marcus Moonchild may not have the best sight in the world, but You better hope he doesn't get his hands on you, because if he does, you're going to see great submission techniques like that, and good luck to you surviving. Panic managing to avoid getting wrecked there, though, and now Marcus working over Panic. Oh, wait, roll up. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Marcus Moonchild catches a roll up on the chair and gets Panic. 1, 2, 3. So much for Panic's hardcore stipulation. Marcus Moonchild coming out on top here. What a great matchup from these two individuals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of Blood and Gore, this is Gorefist.
So just know that death comes slow and it goes fast before you know it. It's through with your ass, bitch! I am the powers that be. I am Christ crucified on the T. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I can tell you about things your die never have known. So just know that death comes slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very dangerous, very unorthodox Reeve. Reeve just staring Gore down, sitting at the top of that rampway. That is intimidating. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a barbed wire match. This match spawned off of a no DQ match on Mayhem that Gore managed to win by low-blowing Reeve for the cover. And now both men have requested this barbed wire match, and we are going to see things get violent here. Reeve in recent days has kind of lost it a little bit. We're getting very cryptic and somewhat frightening messages from him. And this is an entirely new attire we're seeing here as well. Will it be an entirely new Reeve? I guess that's something that remains to be seen. So far, both men exchanging blows, but nobody really gaining headway in controlling this match. But wait a minute, Gore was slammed on a light tube there, and he is already pouring blood from his forehead. And Reeve managing to hit a straight dropkick right after that. Gore trying to whip Reeve into that barbed wire, but making no headway there. And now a snapmare from Reeve leads Gore on his back in the, well, off the center of the ring, and another dropkick directly to that bloody opened face of Gore. Reeve with a sweet sweep kick there, but he fell onto that light tube, potentially busting himself open, but it doesn't seem like there's any blood pouring from Reeve yet. So perhaps that light tube not managing to cut him open. Reeve, however, wearing that mask, which makes it very difficult to tell if he is in fact bleeding. Gore, in their last matchup on Mayhem, took huge advantage of that mask, essentially trying to break it and grind it and use it to eviscerate the face of Reeve that it protects and hides underneath. And that is what Gore is looking to do here, I would imagine as well. 3 headbutts squarely to that mask, and now Gore, cocky as ever, planting his foot firmly on Reeve's chest for that cover. Reeve whipping Gore into the ropes, though, getting cut even further by that barbed wire, it would appear. And now Reeve taking out the leg of Gorefist and dragging him to the center of the ring so that he can drop that kick to the spine. And Gore once again headbutting the mask of Reeve. We're going to see a lot of this, I think, of Gore trying to... 1, 2, wow, a 2 count this early on is actually kind of surprising. But as I was saying, we're going to see a lot of Gore trying to grind that mask into Reeve's face, I think, and try to use the internals of that mask to eviscerate Reeve like he did on Mayhem. Oh, and a big back spinning fist from Gore drops Reeve on his spine, obviously. And then Gore with a low blow again, nothing new from Gore, and a cover afterwards just to add insult to injury. Reeve not willing to allow it this time, though, kicks out. And now Reeve scooping Gore up, and a big knee to the back of the head. Gore so far bleeding profusely, while Reeve seems to be uninjured by the barbed wire or the weapons in the ring at the moment. And this exchange of blows ending with Reeve coming out on top, but both men collapsing from exhaustion. Reeve going for a cover here. 1, 2... Oh, a 2 count early on in this matchup. Then again, I mean, Gore has been absolutely eviscerated by a light tube and that barbed wire, and now Gore biting at the mask of Reeve. We've seen this before. It doesn't make sense to me that Gore is actually biting on that mask, but it apparently works because I think Reeve is bleeding now. He is. We're starting to see blood pour from the mask of Reeve. You can see it just dotting on his chest slightly. It appears that Gore's technique of biting the mask has actually worked. Maybe that's how he managed to break some of it last week and use it to eviscerate Reeve. And now Reeve landing in that barbed wire, blood pouring out as Gore drags him across the mat. Oh, what's this? Gore, we know what this is. Full throttle knee, full throttle knee. Oh, God. And if that doesn't finish Reeve, I don't know what will. 1, 2, doesn't get him right there. Reeve managing to kick out of the full throttle knee and hits a big sweep to regain control of this matchup. Reeve, a very unpredictable competitor there. Huge leaping kneel kick. And now Reeve working a Boston Crab right next to that barbed wire. Ironically enough, you can escape a submission in this matchup by grabbing the barbed wire if you want to subject yourself to that pain. And Reeve now taking a face buster, landing badly on top of that barbed wire bat is Reeve. Gore whipping Reeve into the barbed wire ropes, and Reeve just collapsing to the floor here. Reeve picking the ankle though, Gore falling from that pick, and now Reeve gonna drag him to the center. Got something in mind with this sledgehammer, it looks. Reeve with bad intentions here, but Gore landing a straight show tie to stop that. Oh, and Gore going for a backdrop. Reeve countering though with an elbow to the back of the head. And now, once again, Reeve picking up the sledgehammer, but decided to stop and cheer a little bit with the fans. Reeve having a good time in this matchup, I think. Grinding Gore down with that Boston Crab is Reeve. The blood pouring profusely from Gore's face as the Boston Crab is applied. And now Gore with that back elbow and whipping Reeve once again into this barbed wire where he collapses next to the barbed wire bat. You have to believe that, yeah, Gore is making to use that barbed wire bat now. A shot to the ribs with the handle of the bat, and now the barbed wire portion raked across the spine of Reeve here. And again, with the barbed wire across the spine of Reeve, I can't picture either one of these men leaving this match without serious scarring at this point. And now Gore once again grabbing that barbed wire bat and working over the spine of Reeve with that handle. This matchup, oh gosh, another raking shot from that bat. And Gore is just taking Reeve to school with this bat. Whatever advantage Reeve managed to establish early on in this match by busting that light tube on Gore is lost now. Gore absolutely in control. Nice short arm lariat there. And now, what's he got in mind here? Whipping Reeve again into that barbed wire. Gore, like a rabid dog, when he smells or tastes the blood, he just becomes a whole different animal. And now he is absolutely working over Reeve. But Reeve with that low blow of his own, a little catch-if-you-can payback from last week's mayhem. And now Reeve, front face lock, elbowing Gore just to put him on the mat. And oh, what is this? Reeve working one of those unique submission maneuvers here, just stretching the legs of Gorefist with what looks like a figure 4 leg lock combined with a stretch muffler. And now Gore dragging Reeve away from the barbed wire while actually dragging his face across the barbed wire bat there. Reeve whipping Gore into the barbed wire though, potentially buying himself some time, and Gore fell badly on that baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. This match is absolutely a Gore fest. No pun intended there. And now Reeve once again working Gore over with that bat. Gore missing with the spinning show tie, but the two men are exchanging blows here. Body kicks from Reeve, punches from Gore. Who will come out on top? Reeve stopping for a moment and then hitting that huge back wheel kick. But wait a minute, Gore is back up and headbutts Reeve for his trouble. My oh my, the blood is everywhere on Gore now. It's actually pouring down his back. And a face buster from Gore onto the handle of that not onto the handle of that baseball bat. My eyes have deceived me. Reeve with that arm trap suplex though. One of my favorite suplexes in professional wrestling is that arm trap suplex, and it always looks so great applied by Reeve. And a nice face buster there. A leaping bulldog of sorts, and Reeve with a Uranagi here next to the ropes, following it up with a drop kick to the face. You have to wonder whether he is just enjoying beating down Gorefist now, or whether he's going to finish here soon. Oh, and Reeve whipping out that strange mind trick that he plays on people, and following it up with a straight jab. That's gotta feel insulting if you're Gorefist. I absolutely would not be happy with that if I was Gore. Whipped into the barbed wire is Gore, falling down onto the mat one more time. The blood is absolutely everywhere. This ring looks like it's the sign of a bloodbath. And Gore just headbutting Reeve one more time. And now the sledgehammer here, this a very big concern. Wait a minute, Reeve there catching that lariat and dragging Gore out to the center. And now a front dropkick from Reeve again. You have to wonder what Reeve is going to do to finish this match, the way he's just been brutalizing Gore for his enjoyment. Reeve once again taunting for the crowd after whipping Gore into that barbed wire. And another front dropkick. At this point, I have to wonder if Reeve is just trying to damage Gorefist's face so much that Gore is forced to wear a mask from now on. And Gore wearing the crimson mask there, letting everybody know that this is it for Reeve, and just grinding that elbow into the damaged mask of Reeve, eviscerating Reeve's face and causing the blood to pour out everywhere. And now, once again, Reeve working over Gore, stomps to the spine there, and another elbow to that lower back. And now Reeve, oh, here we go again, working that unique submission hold on the ground, got that figure 4 leg lock on the far leg, and the stretch muffler on the near leg, and Gore is seemingly helpless, but managing to break out of it is Gore. Reeve probably just collapsing from the exhaustion, both men going for strikes there and missing, but Reeve with that quick sweep, and now the taunt to let everybody know that you cannot predict Reeve. And a nice face drop kick there, putting Gore on the mat one more time. Gore whipped into the barbed wire, and Reeve just taking his time here, picking Gore apart, enjoying himself, and another leaping bulldog from Reeve. And what's this? A bow and arrow lock to stretch the already damaged back of Gorefist here. This match absolutely brutal at this point, and I don't know how either one of these competitors is still hanging on. And now Gorefist, what's this? Facebuster? Facebuster? Oh, and the rib section of Reeve landing on the handle of that bat there. Not a good landing for Reeve at all. You have to wonder if he could potentially have a broken rib. Reeve whipped into the ropes again and collapses on top of that sledgehammer. Gore prepared to use the sledge one more time, but a pullback lariat instead. I guess having something else in mind for Reeve here. Whips Reeves into the ropes one more time, and Reeve is just down here, folks. And Gore once again debuting that crimson mask of his and saying that he is going to finish Reeve once and for all. But I guess deciding better of it, dropping that bat and whipping Reeve into the ropes one more time. But Gore has the bat again. Reeve managing a quick jab there to escape whatever fate Gore had planned for him and potentially get back into this matchup. But Reeve being smart here and just taking a moment to catch his breath. And once again, working that unique submission maneuver is Reeve, just stretching at the legs of Gore. But unfortunately for Reeve, ring positioning here matters, and Gore's arm was under the barbed wire rope there. Reeve whipping Gore into the ropes one more time, but Gore fighting out of whatever Reeve had as a follow-up, and now Reeve sent back into that barbed wire, and Gore once again taunting, calling for the end of this matchup with that crimson mask, and just headbutting away at the mask of Reeve here, with no concern for his own safety. Gore headbutting there. And now Reeve taunting, letting everybody know he's got something special in mind for Gore here. Once again, that that leg stretch, and you have to wonder if Reeve is just determined to tear the groin of Gore here. I mean, that's one way to repay a groin shot right there. Just rip the groin of the opponent. And now Reeve working this Boston Crab, though. I don't think that he's necessarily trying to tear the groin of Gorefist. I think that's something that might happen as happenstance. Oh, and now Gore whipping Reeve directly into those barbed wire ropes again, or countering that whip, rather, into the barbed wire ropes. And Gore, with bad intentions here, sledgehammer in hand, just takes it to the rib of Reeve here, potentially trying to break down the breathing of Reeve, I think. And Gore once again, what's he? Oh, here, we knew this was coming. Once again, grinding that broken mask into the face of Reeve, just eviscerating the flesh underneath. If you believe there's flesh under there, according to Reeve, there's a darkness contained underneath that mask that none of us want to see. I suppose that if anything is going to bring that darkness out, it's probably this matchup right now, because this is insane. And a huge leaping headbutt to the back of Reeve. And now here we go. Triple headbutt to Reeve, dropping him to the mat. And Reeve being whipped hard into this barbed wire again. Gore absolutely relentless here. Both men have lost so much blood, I'm not even sure how they're continuing at this point. This is a superhuman feat for this match to go on for as long as it has. And once again, exchanging blows are both men. Body kicks from Reeve, punches from Gore. Who will come out on top? Reeve with that big spinning kneel kick. But wait a minute, Gore's back up, and a headbutt for good measure. Gore, one of the toughest individuals in GFW, but Reeve no slouch himself. Nice straight show tie from Gore to Reeve, and now whipping Reeve into the ropes. Oh, and catches him with a show tie off of the ropes. Just brutal is Gore with that.
And now another slam of that handle of the bat to the ribs of Reeve here. And Gore has got to be setting up for something big. Whipping Reeve into the ropes one more time. Doesn't follow it up with a show tie there like I expected. Just now taking advantage of the ropes as Gorefist, not even really working here, just whipping Reeve into the ropes. And Reeve says, hey, tit for tat, buddy, you're going into the ropes too, tossing Gorefist directly into that barbed wire. And once again, Gore now biting at the mask again. You have to wonder if it's so broken, he may actually be biting flesh at this point. And now Reeve with that arm trip right there, or that arm sweep, I guess it would be called. And that's what I mean. Reeve is just so unorthodox. Those momentum-shifting counters can come out of pretty much anywhere. Reeve picking up the sledgehammer himself here. Oh, and a shot to the spine of Gore from Reeve. Reeve missing with that big overhead shot, but not with that side swipe. Managing to slam Gore in the chest with that sledgehammer. Big front drop kick from Reeve, but both men too exhausted to capitalize. I stand corrected. Gore is back up now and throwing a series of uppercuts to Reeve in this dirty boxing clinch. And you have to wonder how much of this Reeve can take. Apparently more than I expected. Countering with that big elbow is Reeve. And now Reeve going for a bow and arrow lock here, just stretching out that spine of Gorefist. And I have to wonder if we're waiting for Reeve to set up for the epicenter here. Oh, and a Gorefest out of nowhere, a Gorefest. This has to be it. Gore just brutalizing Reeve there and covering nonchalantly. 1, 2, wait a minute. How was that not 3? How was that not 3? What? Game Goon checking his elbow there. Apparently that not a 3. Oh! And Reeve just overhead swiping with that. And what is this? Reeve just punching so fast, so quick that Gore can't even manage to escape. A big taunt from Reeve there. And now, oh, here it is, the epicenter. This has got to be it. And Gore is done. Gore has passed out. Gore has passed out from blood loss. He didn't even give up there. He just passed out from blood loss. And Reeve is exhausted. That was a huge, huge matchup, guys. Amazing work from both competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, a representative of Progress Wrestling, this is their heavyweight champion, Chris Brooks. Chris Brooks with a little bit of an announcement for all of you. I could have made this, but I decided to allow him to do it. Sort of a partnership building thing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a big cross-brand event called Worlds Collide. Oh, and we know that music, that can only be the GFW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Evil Miss. Apparently, she's got a few words for Chris Brooks as well. Giving him the finger. Evil. Well, I mean, I guess it isn't a PG-rated show. This is fine. We're not PG here, guys. It's all good. The Dom Bombshell in the ring, letting Chris Brooks have it and letting him know that she'll let... Oh! Chris Brooks game, apparently, for that kind of fun. Evil being clear here. That's not the fun she had in mind, Chris. Believe me, you don't want to end up tied up and back with her. And we know that music. The deplorable, disgusting, vile Nero Sin is entering the arena now. Nero Sin, no surprise, coming out to intervene in this this discussion between the champions of Progress and GFW. Nero has been on a bit of an anti-progress run lately. He has been doing everything he can to damage the partnership that I have been working with to try to save this company. Nero not on my short list of people that I appreciate or enjoy, and the fact that he has just challenged Chris Brooks for the title is not something I'm extremely happy about. I would absolutely rather see anybody else challenge for the Progress title than Nero Sin. With my luck, Nero Sin will win that title and do something horrible and deplorable with it and ruin the partnership that I have been working on this entire season. And now Nero threatening Chris Brooks and referencing the brutal beating that he gave to David Starr. Chris Brooks not at all unaware of who Nero is, though, and he's going to give Nero this title match. However, it seems like he may have something up his sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, entering this ring from Progress Wrestling, this is the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks. This is an interesting segment right now, guys. I'm not sure entirely what's going on. Worlds Collide, the big cross event. Oh, all right. It looks like the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks, is challenging Evil Miss, who's going to ride him straight to the finish line. Okay, that made that better. Evil, you've got to work on your phrasing a little bit. And of course, Chris Brooks letting Nero Sin know what he thinks of him. I hope you all enjoyed that amazing card as much as I did, and I hope you are excited for the coming Mayhem Worlds Collide at the cross-promotional event with Progress Wrestling, where we will see Evil Miss defend her GFW title against Travis Banks, and we will see Chris Brooks, the Progress champion, defend his title against Nero Sin. I deeply, deeply hope that Nero loses that. If you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and click that like button down below. If you want to see more of the great content here on the channel, ranging everything from 4X to Fire Pro Wrestling, go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure to ding that bell notification, because every time you ding that bell notification, a barbed wire rope gets its first taste of flesh. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!